Hey guys, very quickly here. This video is about the fight for access to a public park facility that I have been using for many years, since 2000, and how it was suddenly taken away and it was allowed to be privatized. And I'll show, even though letters and stuff prove from the city that this private club who was locking this public park facility had no right to lock it. And I'll show you some of the police activity against me for trying to access this public park facility, and you'll just see kind of like the corruption. There's a lot of defamation. There was a restraining order put out on me that Rochelle Farley keeps insisting is still going on, but she actually lost, and she said the only reason why the judge denied the restraining order was because I didn't threaten to murder her, which to me again is defamation. But you'll see a lot of this activity that they want to take away this facility that I need to let my horses run around and expend their energy. And that is why I am so adamant about fighting for this, is because my animals need it, and the people, the horse network, needs it. So here you go. Thanks guys. Hey guys, Jet888 here. This is an October 6th video that I'm showing you. If you want to skip to just right where the police are, they show up around the 32-minute mark when Rochelle Farley has called them because I am in the dirt parking lot of the public park. And I have to say, I get awfully bothered, a little frustrated, because this is the third time that police have been called for the same situation regarding a contract agreement between the city and Sunnyside Saddle Club, who is locking a public park facility, a equestrian arena that has been basically used by the public backyard horse owners for over 40 years, and now they're suddenly locking it as of April, 17th or before 2023. So I've been over 500 days, 555 days plus of not having access to this facility, which I need to turn my horses out and let them run and let them expend some energy and, you know, whatever. Just being able to use a public park facility is what I was after. So you see some pretty ugly behavior and accusations made by parents who I've never ever met before. And the presumption that some private group or club has exclusive use to public park facilities. So that's my fight here. I'm trying to keep public park facilities and public access open, and have the police try to comprehend what the word public is. So I really apologize about my tone and my irritating speech, but I'm telling you, this isn't the first time that I've had to meet with these people, and it's just really starting to be just irritating. And I'm frustrated because I've given the police department their own codes, the agreement, but yet every single time I've met with these people, no one has read anything, but yet they're actually acting as a representative for Rochelle Farley, who is the president of this private club, who is locking a public park facility that's been used by the public for 40 plus years, even though their agreement states no exclusive possession thereof, and they have no exclusive rights to this parking lot that I'm being trespassed from. So again, I totally apologize for my attitude and my tone and my irritation. So please forgive me. Okay, so I'm here at Roar Park. It's a public park. We're going to have a peaceful demonstration today because Sunnyside Saddle Club, as many of you know, has commandeered a public facility being allowed by Chula Vista city officials, even though it's against their own agreement. This is the October 18th Facilities Use License Agreement 2023. And it states right here under agreement, grant of license facility, I'm going to go down to B under no property right. And read right here, it says, at no time shall the interest granted by this license ripen into a leasehold or fee interest with a claim or right to exclusive possession thereof. That means they can't just lock it. Now, when they're using it for their show, they can have all their rights to the arena at the time that they're using it, but they don't have any right to kick people out or have exclusive possession thereof. And here is a map right here. Here is the arena. You'll see that they do not have any kind of, this is not their area. And also right over here, we get interrupted when we're just watching the show. So anyhow, and they don't have any rights to this associated facility at all. One other thing I want to point out regarding permitted uses, there's specific uses is for the horses for equestrian activity right here. And down here it says, licensee shall not use or permit any use of the facility in any manner which disturbs the use and quiet enjoyment by members of the public making use of the facility or park. So we've got one horse here for protest. We have some supporters. We have the cowboy supporters. Right when these guys got here, they're getting yelled at. So I found that was interesting. They're getting yelled at and they're being told to leave. Interesting. Locks off. SSC locks harm me. Yep, over 500 days of no access. Keep the parks open to all. Okay, so as I walk up, here's this woman right there. Her name is Terry Dillon. I've just entered into the park. I wonder if we can put up a notice. We can put up a notice here. All right. Keep the park open to all. That's right. Okay, so do you just notice how she's videotaping me? I literally just walked in the park, and she's already videotaping me. So, just interesting, this is Terry Dillon, Realty Executives, who she also happens to be a sponsor to Sunnyside Saddle Club. But another thing, Terry's company is the one that showed us our home. And she even advertises as Bonita having equestrian trails and parks. So here's the trails and parks make Bonita, California homes a desirable option, and continues to even state equestrian trails and parks, like equestrian parks, because she made a different distinction above. But here's a letter that she sent to Chula Vista officials, and here in this letter she writes, SSC are arena riders. All SSC has is this arena. And I'm going to show you real quickly how that's not true, that they only have that arena. Here's your Mount Miguel Equestrian Center on Jonell Way. This is where all of SSC members board their horses, including Rochelle and this Terry Dillon. And they have this address too, but this isn't associated, well, it is associated with the boarding facility because that's the person who owns it, who is also happens to be the Civic Center president, as well as a community planning person president in San Diego County. So quite embedded. And also the Civic Center also sponsors Sunnyside Saddle Club. But anyhow, we're going to go up and look at the location of Mount Miguel Equestrian Center. So here we are. There's the address. Here is the facility. We're going to zoom in. Now remember, she stated that they only had one arena, right? That's all they have, she said, is one arena. There's an arena, a round pen, and a little turnout area. So they have more than just the arena at Roar Park. And notice how that's on Jonelle Way. Here she is again in a June 7th, 2023 letter. This is way earlier. And down in this letter that she sent to the deputy manager for the city, the freeloaders and their bragging rights. So the freeloaders, she's referring to other horse people in the community as freeloaders for wanting to use the park. But anyhow, she continues to talk and send letters about how because we want to use the park and the facilities, we're freeloaders. So just interesting. And here is the disclosure regarding, there's realty executives right there. That's my realtor. She happens to have already made a statement at the Union Tribune newspaper saying this was a public arena. Anyhow, you'll see when she gives the little nod to the rangers here at the park. When I just walked up, she gives them a little nod. If you look, you'll see it. And they come directly walking up to me. And that's what I'm going to show right here. There's the park rangers. I see way over there. Yep. Park rangers. See if they want to come over. Let's see. The talking to the rangers is going on. Here, hello. Hello. Keep the park open to all. That's right. Here we go. Here we go. Hi.
Hi there.
How you doing? Good.
Just wanted to come over here and just see what's happening. We got a call to come out here.
That's great. Why don't you talk to the people who called you then?
Yeah, we did.
I just now got here.
Okay,
just
perfect.
a second.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah. So walking away and being targeted, followed by the rangers. I want to point out there's one ranger named Javier Anzar. He stated that we had met and spoke, and I do not remember speaking to him at all. And he even used the word corral, which I'd never have called that arena a corral. So that's not even my vocabulary. But anyhow, Javier here, who earns $108,000 over that as a senior park ranger, in a letter that he sent amongst all the city officials, the park ranger people, he states that, you know, Rochelle had told him that the corral is exclusively for club members, which again violates their own codes. And he wrote that he recommended to Rochelle, I recommended reporting such incidents to the Chula Vista police because she was saying that people were cutting, members of the public were cutting their locks, which is a public nuisance. Anyhow, this guy, if he's getting paid $108,000 a year, he should probably know the whole park's purpose and intents regarding the parks being full and equal rights to use and enjoy public facilities, but I guess they don't know these things. We've got the little sheds that are being given to them. Got the SSC Horse Club that's in the public park that no one else uses except for them. And you've got this right here. 2016 Sunnyside Saddle Club thanks San Diego County and Bonita Optimus for this new storage shed. So San Diego County, along with their $25,000, has donated a shed. So I like to try to do this going live. We're going to see what happens. Okay, I'm going to end it here for right now.
Stacy, we need you to leave. You told the Rangers hi.
Hi,
you
Rochelle.
told the Rangers that you wouldn't be on our
I didn't say that.
They told us that you agreed.
Okay, so why are they allowed?
Well, you guys have an issue. You're picketing and harassing us today.
We're not I'm not harassing you. I haven't even talked to you, Rochelle. Go away from me. Go away.
Okay, I'm going to call the Rangers and let them know that you're going against me.
Anyhow, I have documented on, Rochelle's telling me to get out of here. Even though we've got people that are right here in the park, and she says that I'm documenting the public, and so she's going to call the Rangers on me. There's Rochelle. She's documenting. Isn't that funny? So she's documenting me, and then these people are allowed, and I haven't said one thing to anybody except for Rochelle. So she's documenting me. Anyhow, I think that's really interesting. She goes, I'm like documenting people. So you're allowed to, though. You're allowed to document. You're allowed to walk through the park. Simply walking through the park. She came up to me again. I've never come up to Rochelle. She says she's going to call the Rangers. As I'm just walking through the park, I wanted to check the gates here. I'm checking out this new facility they made. So right now I'm outside of the park. So see how they're blocking access from people coming in. Pretty quiet, huh? And she said that we're harassing them, is what she said. She goes, we're harassing. You're harassing us. You're harassing us. All right. I'm going to document. Document me walking back. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Document me walking back. What's that say? Fields are under direction of City Chula Vista. Oh yeah, look. Oh, interesting. 2.66.240. Huh. So Rochelle has a problem with me documenting the public, even though she doesn't talk to them about coming in to the park. There's a golf ball. So publicly, we are in public, and it's interesting because they have their video cameras out documenting everybody, and auditorily documenting them. Hi. And nothing seems to be done about that. Anyhow, so we're documenting. Okay, so here we're Sunnyside Saddle Club. I think I count only 12 horses, including that little one over there. Let me do a count. So we have one. One's just now leaving right there. That's one. That's Terry Dillon's horse. You've got 2, 3, 4. That little one's not being ridden though, so that's 3, 4, 5 in the warm-up, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 horses. So those 11 people have taken the right or priority over the community for 3 days. An event. 3 days. Slow and quiet, keep your distance, horse and rider safety. So, hey, so we just saw that sign regarding safety and distance and horses. I want to show you something here regarding Terry's horse. Here she comes, walking in towards us. Look at her. She's going to slow him down. He's going to shoulder out towards us. Going to show it one more time. Sorry about the chick in the back. So here she comes. He's got a loose line. Now watch. She's going to pull him back, and then see his big shoulder? He's going to fall out towards us. See how he bends at the rib cage there? So for whatever reason, she felt it was a safe and good idea to shoulder her horse out towards us. I'm talking to 2 young men right now who probably are not familiar with horses, and that could be seen as pretty intimidating. So going to show it one more time. See how she's just getting ready to pull him back? And see how his shoulder is pretty straight? Watch when she pulls him back even more, his shoulder will come towards us. See how he bends right over towards us? Putting him closer to the camera. So he's closer than it looks. But why, I wonder, would she try to be this, like, intimidating like this? Look, slow him down, shoulder him towards us, and then continue straight. So for no reason at all. Just another intimidation tactic by Terry Dillon. And there's that sign right there. Huh. Okay. Apparently, they didn't tell me, but apparently this guy talked to one of the community members here, and he told him that they were going to let us be in the arena now, let us ride in the arena. They're going to let us, and they will only zip lock the front gate, which is still unacceptable, because anybody who is accessing the facility, if they have to cut open or go into a locked facility, even if it's zip tied, people still aren't gonna, they're still gonna feel like they don't have a right to be in it. And if they're riding by and they see the gate kind of closed, they're not going to think that they have the ability to be open to it. So, anyhow. So for 3 days out of the year so far, they have had an event for 3 days, and that's worth locking the community out for over 500 days. You know, give or take a day, according to if someone's cut open the, you know, remove the chains or something. Look at that horse. That little horse is gonna get all excited. Nope. That little thing's been squirrely. He looks like he could use some free running. Open the arena. Oops. Uh-oh, she almost tripped. I think they're done. That's funny. Yeah.
And then the last job I worked at the New School of Architecture downtown in the same building. It was great. But Ron Headley, his father was George Headley, famous cricketer, professional. Then Ron followed. He's expensive. Anyway, I will go to the loo now.
I appreciate and respect that you have an issue with what's going on, but I would ask you kindly to take videos off of my children.
I don't have videos of your children.
You did. You actually walked over there to videos of my children.
You're in the
and my
public.
horse.
Sorry, but you're in the public. You are public. Yeah, you know what? We'll do? No, you know what we'll do? I know. You know what I'll do? You guys can take off your video camera too. That's documenting everything. Yeah, you guys do. SSD does. You're in the public. 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 Pedophile. She just calls it pedophile. Isn't that defamation?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Anyhow, so
Come to police.
that woman right there, we have not said anything, spoken to anyone. She approached us. I think I actually put my camera down at the time when I walked by her and her kids. So Rochelle's been talking to them for quite a while.
And they're not walking over here.
They're not coming over yet, but look at her. She just said she told them to take the pictures off my kids. But yet, you know what? I saw women also documenting earlier, and they were watching all the kids ride also.
We just got to remind the police when they get here, is you can see with your eyes.
Yeah, I know. Here we go. Here they come. Here comes my friends.
We don't even talk to them. You know? We don't.
I'm gonna document though what they do.
Yeah, well,
Thanks.
look at your signs.
Thanks. Are they offensive to you?
No.
Oh, good. Do they upset you?
There's no cuss words on them.
I know. Do they don't upset you or anything?
Howdy. Hi.
Yeah, they don't disturb your peace.
Officer Harris, nice to meet you.
Daryl did.
Daryl, nice to meet you.
Hi.
Nice to meet you, ma'am. So we were over here at our, they called us, obviously, that's why we're here, so we were just kind of talking.
Is your camera on?
And yes, ma'am, yeah, both of our cameras are on.
Mhm.
So we were just over there talking with them about, you know, their concerns and all that. Would you want to talk to me about, like, your guys' side of this and what's going on from your point of view?
Have you seen their contract, their agreement with the city?
No, ma'am, I've not looked at their contract.
Do you know the city municipal code 2.66.010?
No, ma'am.
Why don't you do me a favor, and if you can look up that code, the Chula Vista municipal code, then we'll talk. How about?
I can look it up.
Okay, good. It's 2.66. Tell me if you're ready.
Yep, you got
2.66.010.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to read that municipal
Do you want to
code.
get in the shade so it's not so hot? Because it's Is it
No,
hot?
it's okay. I'll
You're
get a little bit more sun.
Let me know.
I appreciate that. So,
What was
yeah,
your
no,
name? What's your name? Harris?
Yeah, Harris. I'm absolutely happy to
Andy,
read that.
nice to meet you.
Do you, aside from just us reading a municipal code, is there anything that you want to tell us, like about what's going on, about like your guys' side of this?
We've talked to the police 3 times. I've talked to the city council meetings 4 times.
I think I've seen you there, sir. I work those meetings sometimes.
Yeah, I'm there. It has to do with the public use of a public park.
Without regard to status.
That's a public park. You're in a public park. I'm in a public park. That group, Sunnyside Saddle Club, this is their 3rd show of the year. In the last year, the public's been locked out of here. I've lived here since 2000. I've been taking my horses here since 2000. Pull up my rig, run my horses around.
Here's their last agreement, which they referred to in the current agreement.
Let run around and
Look
leave.
at the look at the recitals number D.
Okay.
That's underlined.
What particular are
Status?
you?
All of it. All
Use
of it.
Public park is
Free
status.
and full use.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
Without regard
to
to
use this
status?
park, you must be a member of Sunnyside Saddle Club,
That's status.
which
Okay.
is status.
Sure.
And it's $65 for a couple, plus 6 hours of volunteer donation work, or give them another $150.
And you're not allowed to have full use because
they've changed it now. It's use with restrictions. You can only ride your horse in it. You can't turn your horses out in it, which has been done for the last 40 years by
Sure.
other people.
they're violent, and
So-
it says you have to follow all the municipal codes and stuff. It says you have to follow the California State Code, which there's a California State Code 5400 to 5409, which states you're not allowed to take any public facilities away from the public unless you provide them with like facilities and comparable lands, and they haven't done that.
Okay.
And we're being locked out. And they got a $25,000 grant from Nora Vargas, the San Diego County supervisor, and they're still locking out the public. So that's public funds to lock out the public. We're having a problem with that
Okay.
because we've used it for 23 years and the public has used it for 41 years.
Reached out because it seems like you guys have long
There's-
historic back and forth, right? It's
No.
like a struggle
No.
between.
No,
No
you know what?
struggle. We're just wanting the park.
We haven't even made contact. She took out a workplace violence threat on us,
One of
though,
your fellow officers told her to take out a workplace violence order.
and she
against us.
did.
And she did, and she checked the box that we committed assault on her.
Physical
And
assault.
I had never been closer to her than that tree.
And she approached
and I had to
us.
go to court, got served. When I got to court first time, they gave me their evidence, so the judge said, they have no idea what you're complaining about, so I'm going to have to postpone this.
Mm-hmm.
And so a month later, we went back after I looked at 200 pages of pictures of us being in the arena, walking around with our horses, talking to strangers, and the strangers are labeled as
Community.
accomplice ones, accomplice twos,
Anyhow, the
Um,
judge
post
found
on
us no
Facebook.
evidence.
called lies and harassment.
Sure.
And the
But you
judge
see, Dee-
had to, the first thing the judge had to do, and when we went to court, and it was read her the law of what workplace violence is.
Right.
And then he said, I'm looking through, and also she wanted her protection for her and all 45
Every single
members
child.
of the club. And the
Yeah.
judge is
Which
saying,
they've stated we threatened. We've never been met. I've never even talked to
so
these
the
people.
the judge just, you know, she also said we did burglar, we did vandalism.
We were just called pedophiles. By that woman in the green, she just calls us a pedophile.
Yeah,
so
so
the-
you'll
the
hear called as a
reason-
pedophile already.
So there is no back and forth. It's been us connecting with the city officials
Sure.
who are allowing this public nuisance, which a public nuisance, you know, what, 273A.
Just, I don't want the Chula Vista city say to you guys.
They haven't
what's their-
said
They
anything.
don't say anything.
They haven't
sit
been
there and listen to
respond-
You talk for 3 minutes and then you
Yeah.
leave.
You're talking about like a city council meeting.
Maria Cachadorian said, "Oh, you can join the club,"
Oh yeah, she said you could
which
join the club.
which
You
violates.
guys are not interested in that.
Well, I
Why?
joined the club.
You
I
can't
was
even.
refused.
Hey,
She
hang on.
said-
You can't even let your horses loose. You can't do what we want to do in the arena. That's not full use. That's taken away our full use that we've literally used for 23 years. Even in that workplace violence document, Rochelle Farley wrote that there's been no incidents for 41 years. So if there's never been an incident with safety, or they say that we destroy their dirt when we let our horses run in the arena, literally destroy their dirt,
Sure.
and there's been no incidents, then how has our activity for the past 20 years, 23 years, affected their shows? It hasn't.
Yeah.
This is a public park. That facility is it's affixed to the ground. That's code 660. It's affixed to the ground.
Right.
It's an integral part of this park and the community, and they're blocking it out. They have 2 full arenas, Mount Miguel Stables, and they've taken the entire community's arena from us. We have 1 full arena. They've taken this one right here, this arena right here.
The only one in the community.
They get, so
we're apologize on our behalf. We're trying to catch up and get as educated as we can.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know,
I know.
with parties.
Everyone we deal with.
You kind of what they're saying.
I know what they're
essentially
saying. They're saying we're harassing them.
Right. I'll just from as a third party who's I'm not on the other side. Right.
I know. It's okay.
So she's explaining that you guys are here
in the park
being loud and filming.
No, we're not being loud at all.
Ma'am, I'm just explaining what they're saying. Just so you can hear me out. So their side of the story is they have had this contract with the city for 41 years. For some reason, I guess there was like a liability issue where it was left unlocked, and their lawyers explained that they had to lock it for liability reasons.
Nope.
And they're saying that you guys are here, I guess, being loud and filming, and we haven't seen that. You guys have been peaceful since we've been here.
And they have
cameras.
Okay.
Real quick, okay. They also said that at some point you entered like their private area and we're filming. And
yeah, I walked over to look at that facility over there.
Sure. There is nothing wrong with what you're doing. You have every right. You're protected by standing here and filming and
documenting.
Talking. It's a protected right.
Sure is.
One thing that they were concerned about, and I'm sure you guys are aware because you guys are involved in horses, was the loud noises and how they could disturb the horses, and that could cause some sort of issue where the horse could kick, or I don't know. I'm not a horse person, but I'm sure you guys are aware of that. That was one of their concerns.
Okay, we haven't made noise though.
And and again, that's just what they're saying, right?
Yeah, but that's a lie. That's a reckless disregard for the truth.
I'm just saying what their side of the story is, just so I can educate you on what they're saying. And we also had one lady come up to us and was uncomfortable with you filming children. And again, that's not illegal per se. It's definitely activity that would make people uncomfortable.
No,
right?
We're in public, and they have video cameras going on 24/7 there, and even audio surveillance, and the public doesn't even know they've got audio.
I understand. I'm just explaining their side.
We've heard their side.
And I can say most people are generally uncomfortable when they film their children. It's not illegal, right? But it would certainly make people uncomfortable.
We're not,
so, I understand where they're coming from, and I understand where you guys are coming from.
They're in public, though. They have private arenas at their facility. If they want to use if they want utmost privacy, go to their facility where they already have 2 arenas. Because I was walking down there on this path here, and I saw lots of people videotape. In fact, I even have video of people videotaping. There's no problem. They weren't approached. Those people weren't approached, and I hadn't said anything.
Yeah.
I haven't said anything to any of these people, only when Rochelle came up and told me to get out of here.
Is
and
Rochelle the president?
Yes, and she told me I was harassing. She has a reckless disregard for the truth.
Right. So, like I said, it's completely fine for you guys to film.
I know, so why are you guys here then?
We're just here to preserve the peace and just talk with both parties.
Okay, then you should actually talk to them, because they're the ones lying, and they're the ones making the accusations, and we literally have been here. The one time I walked over there to see that they put a new gate on, I just wanted to check out that facility. I came back. I actually had my camera face down when I walked by that lady who said I was videotaping her kid. I had it face to the ground.
Sure.
But they're in public, and look, the kids have helmets. It's like, how do you distinguish?
So unfortunately, we talked with the park ranger. This is no longer public, according to what they're saying. Okay. I know that that's your opinion and that you think it's not.
No, it's their facility right now, so they're using it. But I was just walking through, and at the same time, Rochelle was telling me to leave when I wasn't bothering anyone. There's a couple with their kids they're right by me also. She didn't tell them to leave.
Correct.
So
they as the president, have the right to tell some people to leave.
That's discrimination, though, and you know that. Okay, well, it is discrimination, especially when neither one of us were doing anything.
You would be correct if it was discrimination on the basis of race, gender, or sexual orientation, but if they're just doing it to point you out as somebody they don't want on the property, they can do so. Okay? And again, correct me if I'm wrong, your partner, the only reason They're upset really is the loud noise, right? That
There's been no loud noise. I can guarantee.
We haven't seen that.
So yeah, so we need to be stopped. That needs to stop right now because I need to correct that. We have not been loud at all.
And we haven't seen that. So
I know.
I believe what you're saying.
Thank you. And they have their own cameras, and I've been videotaping and documenting too because I knew that they were going to make false accusations. So I have documentation too. It's important with these people.
Sure, and I tell people all the time in these kind of civil situations, I encourage people to record because that is unbiased, right?
Yep.
Be used in court, okay?
I mean, see the little mini horse or little Shetland down there. Look at him kicking and bucking and stuff. That would be more distracting to another horse than us.
Mm-hmm.
You hear him? Hear how loud he is?
Sure.
No one's going to complain about that. But we have not. We have not been loud. We haven't been disruptive. We haven't been argumentative. We haven't even approached them. They've approached us on both occasions and made accusations like we were pedophiles.
Sure.
That's not very appreciated.
Right. And I think the reason why they have that that opinion is because they are accusing you guys of filming children, which again is not necessarily illegal.
But they're doing it too.
As long as it's not predatory, right? And there's nothing to prove that anything you're doing is predatory. You're just filming, right? So that's completely legal.
They have their cameras 24/7 videotaping everyone that comes by.
I understand, but that's their private property. They have a right to film.
This is public. This is public right here.
Again, that's kind of like a gray civil issue, right? Where you guys are saying it's public, but they're saying it's private, okay?
But they're in public park. They're in a public park.
You can't privatize a public park.
It's a public park, but so say at a public park they have soccer games, right?
Yeah.
Where the soccer, the organization of soccer games reserves that lot for X amount of time
for their
games.
event, the time of their event.
Now say you want to just stand in the middle of the soccer game.
No, you can't do that. We're not doing that because it's interrupting their activity.
But it's a public park.
But it's interrupting the activity because they've reserved that space, which we're not interrupting anybody. Big difference.
Where in the law does it say anything about interrupting, though?
No, well, that's the whole purpose, is peaceful, peaceful use.
Section 602 of the California Penal Code doesn't say anything
trespassing.
It doesn't say anything about peaceful or interrupting.
Right, but that you'd have to be trespassing then. You'd have to be trespassing, and in a public park.
So if the organization president of the soccer league wants the person off of the lot during their reserved time during the soccer game, they have the authority to do so, right?
Okay, but this isn't in their lot.
Hold on, let's just talk about this.
Okay, so you're defending them then?
No.
Okay.
Right now, I'm just trying to have a conversation with you about the law, okay? So in this hypothetical, would you agree with me that the president of that soccer organization has the authority to call the police and have that person trespass?
Yes, because they're in the middle of their field interrupting their game.
The law doesn't say anything about interrupting, ma'am.
Well,
they're interrupting.
It does because you're blocking. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. You're blocking. Yes, it does. You're blocking the private, the peaceful use. Yes, the peaceful use.
If you look up the law,
okay,
you will not find
602.
Yes, you will not find the word interrupting.
Okay, so Officer Harris was correct. There was no word interrupting, but there was with the intention of interfering with obstructing, and the person had to be in lawful possession, which Rochelle Farley and SSC never had lawful possession of the parking lot ever. So this conversation shouldn't have even gotten this far, actually.
The reason we're here.
Okay, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Okay,
I'm done.
Fine.
I'm done.
The reason we're here,
Thanks.
They called us, okay?
Yeah, I know. So go talk to them.
This private group has this lot reserved, okay? So just to advise you, they have said that if you guys step onto the lot where they have reserved, so anywhere.
So we're being trespassed from the park.
Sign for a criminal complaint against you guys for trespassing. Okay?
Yeah. Good luck.
I do not want to do that whatsoever.
No, you don't really. You don't have a right because she'd asked me to leave. Hang on. She asked me to leave. She asked. Okay. Stop. She. Okay. Right. And she asked me to leave, and I did. She asked me to leave, and I walked away. I did. I walked away. So you cannot trespass someone who follows directions.
I'm not talking about charging you for what happened.
Then let's stop talking about it because we're not.
Yeah, ma'am.
I don't care. I don't want to talk about
if. You have to enforce the law.
Okay, well, tell them to stop blocking the public park then.
It's our job. I'm giving you an advice.
Your job is to follow the codes.
Correct.
Right, and
602,
read that.
subsection O ocean of the California Penal
Public
Code.
nuisance.
That this organization wants a criminal complaint if you step onto their law.
Okay, we
That's what
haven't.
I'm
Okay,
notifying
fine. Thank
okay?
you. Okay, we've
Okay.
just been notified. Thank
Okay,
you.
perfect.
We'll
So,
stay here.
obviously, you guys are good to go. You're exercising your First Amendment
Yes,
right where
we
you
are. Thank
Just be
you.
advised if you step north of this
Yeah,
location
draw
onto
the
lot,
line.
you
Draw
can
the
be placed
line
under
for me.
arrest.
Draw the line for
I
me.
don't have a large Sharpie marker.
We,
to
well,
make it
use your
visible.
heel. Use your heel, or
There's
use
a lot
that.
of lines out here, man.
Use your
That's
weapon
not
right
gonna
there
work.
in the dirt. No, really,
there's
mark-
too many lines for that.
Mark.
For a
Okay.
line to work, man.
Mark.
Just-
Indicate then for me, please.
Right.
Indicate for me where our line is, so I
It's
can.
north of this location.
Where?
That
You know
way,
where
anywhere
north
that
is?
way, north.
North. Yeah.
Yeah, north
So
is
where?
this direction.
Yeah. So where?
North of this post you guys are at right now.
What about the
Is
shade?
going to be stepping onto.
What about
This
the
is
shade?
fine. They're okay with you being here.
Yeah, this is where we've been,
We're-
except for
we're
one
trying-
time when I walked through
I
there.
understand. We're trying to be as reasonable here as possible, okay?
You know,
The only
yeah.
reason my partner is telling you this is because if you do enter on this lot, he will place you under arrest.
Okay, until what time?
Okay. They have it reserved for a specific amount of time. I
Yes,
think
till
it's-
what time?
I think it's 3 or 4. I don't know exactly.
Can you
I'll
might?
check.
Can you please check then for us so we don't get arrested if we tend to go home and we're going that way? Can you just ask them
can-
what time? And
I
then
can-
I'd appreciate that
absolutely.
super
We'll
much.
figure out what time they have it reserved for.
Thank
I
you.
think you hand him this. Do you want this back?
Yeah, but do you see though? That's a estoppel agreement. It tells you that it's for the residents, doesn't it? This says that this facility is for the residents. They're violating their codes. And you're standing by it. You're letting them violate their codes. Now today their event is fine. I totally get it. We've never had a problem with them ever using the facility on the days that they use it. But they've literally used this facility 3 times in the last 550 days, and yet they've locked out the community for 550 days who's used it for 41 years.
Yes, ma'am. And there's obviously a history here of you guys, between you two over this property. The only thing, my only concern and my only involvement in this today is regarding a private organization having a lot reserved at the park.
Yep.
And they do have the right to trespass people from their lot. That is a fact.
But they are going to call you guys. They've threatened to call you guys before I even walked over there. So they were already
When I first
making
got here,
threats.
She says you can call the police.
And I was here about 15, 20 minutes after him. They had already threatened, and he and another gentleman were over on that side. They came up to them, harassed him. Another guy came walking through here and was followed and cussed at by one of their guys, the head guy in the green shirt. So that's harassment. That is disturbing the peaceful use of a park when people have a right to be here.
So we did not receive a call about any of the things you just mentioned, so I can't speak to that because I didn't.
What did you
speak to-
receive the call for then?
We received a call from the president of this organization about wanting people off of her lot at the park. That's what we got a call for.
People or specific people?
Specifically you two.
Even though he hasn't even left this post.
Correct. She wanted both of you to not be on their lot. That's why we got the call.
Okay, interesting.
The only person she showed me a video, and you're correct. The only person she showed me a video of you
Right.
over here somewhere
Right. I was-
recording some folks.
Right.
I never saw any video of him.
I was
But
walking
again,
over and
I'm
she
not
stopped
charging
me.
You guys with anything.
I know
I'm
you're not. You
ready.
can't.
Yeah.
You can't.
Correct.
Even if you wanted to,
all I'm
you couldn't.
doing is giving you guys an
Right.
advisement of what.
Thank you. I
what they want
appreciate it.
done.
Can you though? He'll find out what time, right? They're done.
Yeah, I believe you.
And then according to one of their promises to another man, they told him that they were going to remain and leave it unlocked when they left to the public, which it should be. So hopefully that will help because I'm coming back here later to use the facility.
Okay. Yeah, I understand. There's regarding the use of the facility when they're not here. There's a long colored.
They're never here.
Civil disagreement between you guys.
Yeah,
and
that,
the-
no, there's not. There's been 41 years of the
There's
public community
they
using
filed
it.
a workplace restraining order against us based on
That-
one of your officers.
2 days
telling her
after
to
I
do
made
it.
demand.
That's what I'm talking. That's civil court, right?
It's done.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
dismissed.
So that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Civil disagreement.
Just real quick, just to answer your question. So, they said that
Let's hear the lie here.
park is reserved for the rest of the day.
No, what time is their event over?
So their event's over from 3 to 4 or something along those lines. But this is still private.
No, it's not.
I'm just explaining.
Oh my
to you.
God,
Okay?
you're wrong
It's still
though.
private till 10, or sorry, midnight. But the park closes at 10.
But their event is over,
Okay.
and they'll be gone.
Your main concern was you didn't want to get placed under arrest for walking northbound
Right.
towards your car that might be parked over there.
Yeah,
She
doing
also
all the
said that-
harm I'm doing,
She
right?
also said that your car should not be parked there because the parking lot has
Oh
been
no, they let me
for-
in.
The
Okay.
parking lot's been private.
Yeah.
So if
Shoot.
your car is parked over
Oh
there,
no. Okay.
So is your car parked over there? Is it actually valid?
Is it? Is it?
Well, I'm asking you, man. I don't want to place you under arrest for.
Oh, I don't have a car here.
Okay. All right. So that solves that problem for today then.
Yeah, it sure does.
Do you guys have any questions for us on anything? That we
No,
can help you with today?
just if you can maybe go read that entire agreement, and it said to follow all the laws, all the codes, and you know you cannot keep like with the gazebos, if people rent those gazebos and reserve them for a specific time, once those people leave, once that party leaves, that's open to the public. Same with every single facility in here. Like, see those people over there playing ball? They probably don't have a reservation because no one else has a reservation, but they have free and full use. Look at that. Free and full use over there using the facilities because nothing's going on. So after their event, this is no longer, there wouldn't be any trespassing.
I don't know. I can't give you a full-on answer if there's some sort of exact.
You should call it.
code.
Can you call your supervisor? Because I'd like to know that. I would like to know that, actually.
Okay, so you want to know that
Yeah.
if this space is still reserved and they're no longer occupying this area,
Yeah.
it's still reserved.
After their
Till
event,
10:30, till the
after
park closes, they have the
So,
entire
No.
so they've told me
sunrise,
that this
sunset.
today is reserved
today,
until the conclusion of today, as in
to the conclusion of their event,
or the day.
their
so
event.
the day is ending at midnight, but the park closes
Okay.
at 10.
Okay,
It'll
ask-
be private until then.
Okay. Can you call your supervisor and ask him what he says?
Okay. The supervisor is just going to tell you what I'm telling you,
Okay.
that it's private until 10.
Okay, can you still call your supervisor though, please?
Okay. What would you like my supervisor for?
I would like you to ask him if after their event and after they have vacated the complete park, if it's now open to the public, or if people.
I'm telling you.
That's why I
that
want
if
your
it's
supervisor.
private, it is no longer open to the public. So
but
tomorrow.
you're in a public park.
Okay. But this is not private.
I know it's public.
This is a public park.
It's
this
public.
Is private.
For till their event.
Till
Till
10:30
today.
tonight.
Till their event. Till their event.
No, I'm
Can
telling
you?
it's reserved till the end of the
Okay,
day.
so we're going around. Can you please call your supervisor and ask them how long, like with the gazebos and stuff that people rent,
No, ma'am,
when you're
I'm-
finished, the people in the public can go use them without being arrested and trespass. Is that true?
I'm telling you.
So you're refusing to call your
I
supervisor?
can call the park ranger, who's certainly more familiar with those specific rules. If you want, you can call the park ranger. And
Go
ask.
ahead. Yeah.
But I'm telling you right now, it's private until the end of the day.
Okay. So can you ask the park ranger too?
Sure.
When people use and rent those gazebos and facilities after
Well,
they
we're
leave?
not concerned about the gazebo.
But it's
We're
the same
concerned-
thing. It's a facility and it's being rented and leased for the moment that they're here. And once they leave, the gazebos, once they leave, is the public allowed to go sit at that table? Yes or no? That's what I'd like to know.
I don't think that's certainly important. Because
It is
this
because it's in the same park.
We're talking about
No,
this. We're not talking about
We're
a gazebo.
talking about a facility. That's funny because one of your officers kept referring to the gazebo as examples. Okay, so regarding the gazebos and kiosk, this Officer F. Dominguez, who was one of the officers who 3 different occasions threatened to arrest me because I was not a member of the club and I couldn't be there, and that Rochelle was the owner of this facility. Anyhow, he refers to the gazebos as kiosks, and so there is a little bit of a difference, but there are no real kiosks in Roar Park. So he is talking about the gazebos, which if you go to Roar Park and look at the large gazebos, even the small gazebos, and you make a reservation, there's the times, and look, so from 7 to 10 p.m. you can call your hours. $706 for a gazebo. But if you look at the horse arena at Roar Park, here it says $0 an hour. So it's open to the public supposedly. And something that's showing me that Sunnyside Saddle Club no longer has exclusive use. They finally woken up, because this was a 5-year agreement that they were supposedly going to lock everyone out. Here's October 2025. Now this video that we're seeing was last, October 2024, and it's all open.
Totally understand. You know that this is a public facility, right? The park.
Yeah, the whole
have you
park
seen?
is
Have you
a
seen the
pub-
nice kiosks there?
Yeah,
where
and
people
you're
just go
allowed
under.
to use them
But the city has a program.
if you register.
Yeah, if the city has a program, like if you want to throw a party for friends and family, you can reserve that kiosk
Right, you have
and
to
nobody
reserve-
else can use it, right?
Right, when you
So
reserve
it's the
it.
same thing here.
But people throughout the day can use that
If nobody
kiosk.
else is using it with city permission.
Okay.
And I'm not, excuse me, but it's just been over 550 plus days that I haven't been able to use this, and I have animals that need it. That's why I'm a little upset. This isn't the first day I'm dealing with this.
I understand where
I
you're
know,
coming from, ma'am, but I just
ask.
there's always two sides of the story, right?
That's
We're
right,
trying
but
to-
there's not though. There's the law, there's the codes, there's the rules, there's the laws. The laws is the side of the story.
It sounds like this is mainly an issue with the city of Chula Vista making an agreement with this club that is violating your rights in your opinion, right?
No, because they're not allowed to lock the facility
And that's your
unless they're
opinion.
using
That's
it.
your opinion, because
No,
if-
it's not. It's part of their agreement. They're
Right.
not allowed to interrupt the private and peaceful use of the facility, of people using the facility. That's in their
Unfortunately,
agreement.
I can't go back 41 years from now and
Don't.
change what they did.
This is October 17th, 2023. Read their agreement. I'm asking you, please, read their agreement. Make them,
I
make
don't have
them.
access to that agreement right
Well,
now.
that's
It would be
convenient,
unreasonable for me
but
to
it would
read
be
this
nice,
agreement right here in
because
front
this
of
is the third time you guys have come out and you've never known the agreement yet. Read the agreement, please. Excuse me, can I ask you a question? If somebody leases one of those gazebos and they're having their party, their get together, whatever, and they get up and leave and their whole event is over, their family, everyone's gone, are people from the public able to sit and use that as a picnic table?
Well, technically, it's the gazebos they reserve for the entire day.
Okay, but are they going to be trespassed if no one's there? No one from that party that reserved the facility at the gazebo, if they're gone, is the public able, remember, I'm recording you, is the public able to sit and use that table and enjoy that facility while no one's there? Is that,
Well, if the party who's there, is
if
not
they're
there at the
gone,
time,
that's right. Would the public be able to sit and use that and enjoy that public facility if the party who reserved it is gone off the premises?
the original party is still responsible. So
Yeah.
it's up to the original party who was there.
But if they're gone and they're not around,
Party who was there.
okay, so who's gonna
It would be
maintain?
based on whether we're receiving a complaint from the people who have a reservation for that.
But if they're
why
not there, what would their complaint? Where's the harm? If they're not there, where's the
So
harm?
it's not about whether they're there or not. It's about whether the person who has it reserved is making a complaint to city authorities about folks using
What
it.
would they be complaining about if they're not
That's their
there?
business. I have no idea. It's
Right.
not them, but that's
Okay,
what it would
good.
come
Good to
down
know. Good to know. It's so interesting.
Full permit. So it's from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m.
10 p.m. Okay. And the park closes when?
At 10 p.m.
Okay. Okay. So they have this lot reserved until 10 p.m. this evening.
Okay.
That's also whenever the park closes.
So you're going to have people here monitoring the gates. So no one's able, when all these people leave, you're not going to let that parking lot to be open for the public. Is that what you're saying?
There's no gates on that parking lot.
Well, so how are you going to block people from parking in there once these people leave?
What are you talking about blocking people?
Okay, if you can't, this is their reserved space, and people who normally park there think, oh, okay, I'm going to park in the dirt parking lot, and they come and park there, who's going to keep them out, and what's the problem going to be? Who are they harming?
Okay, there's a few different questions here. So are you talking about after 10 p.m.?
No, after these people leave, after they vacate the entire premises, none of
So after
them
they've
are
left-
here.
After they've left between
Yeah.
that time and 10 p.m. when the park closes, you're saying there's a window when they're
Yes,
not
so you're going to keep all the public out of using that dirt parking
up to
lot.
the representative of the organization. Since it's their lot that they have reserved for until 10 p.m., they have the authority to ask city authorities to have people leave the property. if they
Okay,
want.
good to know. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Any other concerns or questions for us?
No, but please go read the agreement. It would be really nice. I've asked the Chula Vista Police to please read the agreement before, and no one seems to know it. And what do you think about that intent? What do you think about that 2.66.010? What do you think about that?
Well, there was a lot there. I was curious about which particular section.
There's not much. It basically says public park facilities are for full use for the public to enjoy, as long as they're not interrupting people in an illegal manner and it's without regard to status. That's what it says. And public parks are supposed to be for the public. So if you guys can't separate what's going on here with, there's no harm. When I walk from here to there to go check out the new gate that they're putting up a fence with and stuff, there's no harm. I was passing through, she approached me, she was aggressive to me, and I just kept walking. And when I came back on this side. So after she asked me to leave, I did. I went as far north as I could, came back on this side of the pole, which isn't part of their rental thing. That area right over there isn't part of their rental.
Okay. I can't speak to your guys' confrontation.
You guys should, though.
Well, I wasn't there.
Okay.
So I can't speak to your guys'
You're not
confrontation
there.
earlier. Regarding the...
There wasn't a confrontation. She came up and confronted me. I kept walking.
Well, you just said she confronted you.
She did. She came up, but yes, okay, it was, but I kept walking, so it wasn't
Right.
your guys.
That's
it was
confrontation.
her. But yes,
That's
it was
why-
her.
that's the way
Yeah.
why I used the
Okay.
word confrontation.
It was her confrontation.
Correct. So I can't speak to that because I wasn't there, okay? The municipal ordinance that you wanted me to read, I read it. It said, it did
It's
say,
not
you know,
complicated.
No, it's not particularly complicated,
No, it's
but
not.
there's maybe 4 or 5 paragraphs with varying information.
No, it's like
One-
4 or 5
one of-
huge sentences. That's it. Not paragraphs. They're not 4 or 5 paragraphs.
Okay, I'm not going to argue about what a paragraph is. This is getting a little ridiculous. But part of the subtext in there was that reasonable. It was speaking to public facilities being available to the public.
Full
like you
use.
said.
Full use.
It specifically says
Full use.
I don't want to garble the text here, but it specifically said within reasonable discretion.
Right.
There are requirements and restrictions on activity.
Right, like they don't want someone
One
being
of those-
drunk and stuff.
Okay, one of those is going to be private organizations that have lots reserved. They do have the legal authority to trespass people from their property. Okay. One of those is going to be private organizations that have lots reserved. They do have the legal authority to trespass people from their property. Okay.
It didn't say
that's
that,
why we're
though.
here. We've hashed this out a lot. I don't want to waste more of your guys' time. So.
Yeah, and learn about public. The word public is really important. You guys should learn it, and you too, because every day that you guys lock that facility, you're being fined $1,000, and it's a misdemeanor every single time you create a public nuisance. Just to let you know.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. I hope you folks have a good day. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Wait, can I have your badge numbers?
Yes, ma'am. 1427.
1427.
I have 1423. Bandy,
One-
Officer Bandy.
Thank you guys.
All right.
Bye. Fucking idiot. See, you know, they're still constantly siding with the park and stuff, and it's ridiculous. It's so unreasonable.
Oh, my camera went off.
I know the word reasonable. It just really recently did though. The word reasonable though, if no one's using a facility and so you don't think anyone should use it, that's not
I
reasonable.
never recorded any of that.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. I got none of it.
Okay, and so as we kind of near the end of this video, and not to add or end on too shitty of a note here, I just wanted to point something out pretty kind of ironically hypocritical. On May 18th, 2024, Terry Dillon posts this picture on my Facebook page stating down here, everyone needs to clean up after their horses. This is a public arena. So that's actually a public round pen. So that's in the horse area. That's in the actual horse pen where no one really ever walks except for horse people or horses themselves. Unlike her, who, as you recall, had parked right there with her horse trailer and drove away without cleaning up after her horse, which Officer Manning had to step over as he came towards us and as they walked away from us. So I personally don't really care about horse poop because it literally dries up and goes away in 2 or 3 days at the most if a coyote doesn't eat it. But the fact that she came to my Facebook page and she posted her comment about everyone needs to clean up after their horses. This is a public arena. I figured she was actually targeting me and pointing me out. So I'll just respond in kind there. Okay, thanks, Terry. There was also a show October 27th that my husband and I went to. We got the same accusations of being predators. So he and a couple other of the parents just thought that it was a good idea. Just come up and flank me and crowd me. I found that pretty interesting. They're protecting the children. And this man played a part in the blocking and harassing and intimidating tactics. Anyhow, here's a little bit more footage. I'm not going to show all of it, but this was October 27th. And the next day, using the arena, we were in the arena and we were also detained with threats of arrest, being told I was going to be dragged down to the jail and fingerprinted by Officer Dominguez. I'm going to let this play out just a little bit and then we'll continue with the October 6th video. So just giving a perspective here. Here is the corner of the arena. I am standing here. Here's the building right here. The roof is right here. This is a shadow. But I'm standing right over here. So this is a map of the facility, and this is where we are right here. So we have a legal right to be here.
Touch it. Okay. You gotta touch. Jamie. Feel good. Jamie. You're so cute. Like 3 years ago.
She was double in walk shot and 13, remember? Oh. So they're out of the walk shot.
Is she doing the next one then? Why? Why? This is a private event. You're filming our children. We know who you are. If you could please leave.
You're in
I'd like you to
public.
leave.
You're in public.
This is a private event,
No, it's
and we
not.
have a case against you.
Good.
for
Go file it.
vandalism. It's filed
Vandalism.
already. Yes, the district
So
attorney
another
has a
disregard for the truth.
case. Stacy Jett.
Disregard for the truth.
I would like you to leave.
Rochelle Farley.
Stacy Jett, do you want me to call the police?
Go ahead, call him.
Stop filming children. Stop filming.
I'm not filming
minors.
children, I'm filming you.
These are minors.
They're in public, Rochelle.
Stacy,
Rochelle,
what is? You are filming minors in
I'm
public.
filming you.
Why are you filming minors?
I'm filming you.
Outfit. That's the only thing.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
need to leave,
The
please, Stacy.
abusive
I'm going to call the park ranger.
You guys are being illegal right now because I'm in public and you're
filming minors.
I can get you for
need-
assault, Rochelle. Don't touch me.
I'm not touching
Don't
you.
touch
Stop
me.
filming
Don't
our
get me.
minors.
Don't touch me. You're violating the law right now, and you should know
911.
too. 911.
Stacy, I am asking you nicely to leave this private event. You are not welcome here. We're going to call the
Rochelle,
cops
it's
on
a
you.
private event,
Dan, can you
perhaps,
help
but
me,
you're in
please?
public. You're in public.
She is not welcome
Do
here.
not
She
touch
is
me. I will
filming
get you for
minors.
assault.
She is
Do not
filming
block
minors.
my
wanna
phone. You're
touch you.
violating the First Amendment. You just
Stacy
touch
Jett.
me. Get
Stacy
off me,
Jett.
or I will
Stop.
defend myself.
Stop
I will
filming
defend-
minors. Dan, can you call the police, please? I've got it. Thank you.
You guys stop violating people's rights.
It's
4548 Sweetwater Road.
perfect.
454 Street, Orchard Road. We have
This is a private event. You are not on the public
You're in
walking
Yes,
path.
I am. I'm in the
walking-
public.
This is not the public
This does
walking
not.
path.
This is not
a
your
private
space.
event.
This is not your
This
space,
is our
Rochelle.
space.
No, it's not, Rochelle.
Stop filming our minors.
Rochelle, you are
Stop.
violating my rights right
I
now.
am not. You are filming minors at a
Rochelle,
private
you are
event.
violating my space right now,
I'm not
and he
touching you.
knows what you're doing.
I am not
He
touching
knows
you.
that what you're doing is illegal.
What is wrong with you?
I'm
what is wrong
I'm
with
fighting
you?
for my public space.
You're filming minors.
You know, there's been no issue.
What is wrong with you?
You're in
These are
public.
the parents, and they are not giving
You
you
guys,
the
yeah,
right
you
to film
need
them.
to tell them the First Amendment, and I'm here.
Stacey
This is
Jett.
public.
Stacey Jett,
Rochelle Farley.
leave
Ma'am.
now.
I have a right to be here.
You stay on the walking
There's-
path, please. That is a public path.
This is a public.
private.
This is
It ends
public.
at the building.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. I
Rochelle,
will
you're
call the
misinformed. Then shut the f up and
Ma'am.
just go. You guys, go. Leave me
There
alone.
is a paid permit
Leave me
for
alone.
us to use
Yes,
this
I
space.
understand, and I'm not in the arena, am I?
Private event.
Fine.
This whole facility is
No,
ours
it's
today.
fine.
The
I'm
whole
not in
facility
the.
is
I'm not
ours.
in the facility.
You are off the walking path.
No,
That
I'm
is a
not.
public-
Sorry,
No,
I'm
I'm
You are
not.
off the walking path.
No, I'm not.
You are
That's
off
what he
the
said to me.
walking
He
path.
can't be very original.
Okay.
So
We need the park rate.
No, you guys are not in the right.
I'll gladly speak to both of you, but can I please do it?
I don't
right here?
know. This is part of the public right here.
Okay.
Go get your
I understand
go
where
get your
you're coming
agreement. Good. I'm glad you do. Go get your agreement.
I'm asking you, can we just speak right here? Because right
No,
now.
you guys
right
turn
now-
around then and be quiet. Because there wasn't an issue until she came into my face. She started bumping into me.
Nobody
There-
touched you, Stacey.
yes, she
Don't
did.
lie. She did not
I've got a
touch you.
camera.
Don't lie. Well, she's lying.
So right
You
now.
guys
Camera,
are off
Daryl.
the public
Get your
walking
camera
path. This is a private event today.
Fine, we're not in your event,
I'm
Michelle.
gonna go ahead and take a picture so we have a
So right now, I'm
You
just,
have video
all I'm asking
cameras.
you to do is just to back straight
No,
up.
I'm fine right here. Thank you, though.
Okay.
Thank you.
No,
We're in public, and you know it.
Stacey Jett. This is the walking path. This is a private walking path. This is a private event.
Do not touch me. Do not touch me. Well, look at that. She is back there again with a reckless disregard for the truth. Yeah, get out of his face. You don't touch him.
I'm not touching.
No, I'm
anybody.
not in your space.
I'm
This
not
is
touching
not part
anybody.
of your
How can I say?
agreement.
This is 100% part of our agreement.
No, it's not. No, it's not,
100%.
Rochelle.
Go read it.
No, it's not.
The whole
No, it's
facility
not.
is ours.
Right here is
On
public.
days of events, Stacey,
No, right
this
here
is
is
an
public.
event date.
This is your
Stacey,
contract.
this
Look,
isn't-
this is your
See the
contract.
red? See
Yeah,
the red, the
yeah. Do you see
facility?
that? Here we
Do you
are,
see
right
the-
here.
Do you see the
Yeah.
facility?
Do you see we're right here, Rochelle?
This is
Yeah.
our private event.
There's-
The red. Stacey, the red on that piece of paper is our private.
That's right.
That is a private event.
That's assault.
Oh, you know what? I didn't touch anything.
Oh my
I
gosh,
did not
you
touch
just
your
tore my
skin.
stuff.
Well, you have it in my face.
You
don't
stole
you?
my property.
I didn't steal anything.
Yes,
from
you did. Look,
Why don't you leave
look,
this event?
look, right
Stacey?
here. This
Leave
is the
the
corner of
event.
the event.
You are not welcome here. Yeah.
I was here doing nothing. I have everything on video. Can I
You're
have my
filming
camera?
minors.
They're
You're
in
filming
public, Rochelle.
Minors.
Then
The
go.
parents
Then go.
do- This is a private event.
Then be
Stacey.
quiet and go
it's
do
not
it.
Public.
Then be quiet and go do
Then
it.
stop
You're
filming
in a
our
public-
minors.
Rochelle, you need to stop.
You need to stop
blocking
videoing
my
our
video.
minors.
You need to stop
Stop
blocking me.
videoing our minors.
You
the
need to
parents
stop
did not
blocking
give you
me.
right to film them.
They're in public, Rochelle. You're in public.
You are in a
You're in
private
pub-
event.
you're in public.
This event
I'm
is
sorry, but
private
you
today.
cannot trespass my eyes. Sorry.
This is a private
Grow up.
event. You guys are.
All right, so here she's following me. Here she's following me. So we have a right to come over here. Go right here and we'll go super close. We'll get even closer. And so up there, they've even got cameras up there. They're being totally physical too. They're bumping into me, and then when you bump back, they call it assault. So here comes Rochelle again. Ooh, nice little canter for that horse. Here comes Rochelle again. She tore my paper right here. Look at. She tore my paper.
stop filming our guests?
Rochelle, I'm in public.
Can you
Stop
please step
violating
back?
my rights.
Can you please step back?
Stop violating my rights, Rochelle.
No, you've been violating our rights.
Rochelle, stop.
For like over a
Stop
year.
violating my rights, Rochelle.
You have been violating the club's rights for over a year.
Leave me alone,
You
Rochelle.
don't like how this feels? You don't like the intrusion?
Rochelle, leave me alone.
You don't like how it feels being harassed a little bit?
This is against your agreement.
No, it's not. You are
There
not
you
on
are.
the public walking
Yes,
path.
I
You
am.
are filming minors.
This is
a
public.
youth club, and you are filming minors with
It's
your
public.
perversions that you go home and do whatever you're going to do.
As you
with
have
these
cameras, as she has
They are
cameras up
surveillance
there.
cameras for the vandalism.
I'm surveilling too.
for the people who are breaking in, which is you and your husband, Stacy Jett and Daryl Jett.
Right, Rochelle Farley.
Filming our minors.
Rochelle Farley blocking the public's access to the
I'm
public.
not blocking the public.
Access to
I'm
the
not
public.
blocking the public. You see all the public? You are Stacy Jett. We have a restraining order attempt
Rochelle,
on
stop
you.
harassing me right now.
And we have a vandalism case
Your
on
restraining
you.
order, Rochelle,
You are a
was
criminal in
denied
this
because you have
facility.
no
You are
facts.
not welcome here.
Rochelle
and the
Farley.
court knows you are not welcome here. And the
You're-
police know you are
excuse
not
me, but
welcome
the
here.
court
The
disagreed
police
with
are
you.
on their way, and
Rochelle,
you're going to have a third
The
sighting
police
against
disregard you. I have never had a sighting.
Stop filming our minors. Stop filming our minors.
You're in public, Rochelle.
They do not give you the right to film their children.
They're in public, Rochelle.
This is a private event today.
It is, right.
We have court
Fine.
cases
And
against you.
Which
need
have
to
failed. Your court cases were all denied. Yes, they were
because
denied.
you did not attempt to kill me. That is why.
What?
Because a restraining order is if my
Rochelle,
life is in
oh
danger.
my God.
What is in danger
Rochelle,
is
stop.
this facility
Stop,
and the
Rochelle. You're being,
vandalism.
why don't you watch your
and the
rider? She needs
harassment.
help right now. Why
I
don't you
have
watch her?
trainers here for that. I'm here to protect
Rochelle,
my
leave
guests.
me alone. Please
Then
leave
why
me
don't
alone.
you leave this private event?
Rochelle,
this
this
is a private
isn't private.
event. Go back to the public walking path.
It's I'm not doing anything.
You are.
Oh, give me a break. Oh my God.
She is not welcome here. This woman has broken into our arena. We have a vandalism
I'm
case.
doing nothing. I'm like you guys, just sitting here watching.
Well, it's different because
I
you guys are
was too
peaceful
until they
public.
came at me. That's
Yeah.
fine. I'm a
This
parent
woman
also.
has broken into our
Oh my
arena.
God.
They picketed at our last show.
Rochelle, we didn't pick it,
There is a public walking path, and you can continue to walk.
and
on
I'm on it.
You are not welcome here.
Rochelle,
You are not
stop.
welcome here. Stacy, you don't
Rochelle,
like this?
stop
is
it.
Is it exciting you? Filming minors.
You're in public.
Perfect.
No
Filming
one was
minors.
saying or doing anything until you guys got into our face
Because
and started
you
bumping into us.
are harassing us.
I'm not.
All the time.
Film kids.
I cannot keep filming kids.
What law is that?
This is a private event.
But it doesn't matter. It's
You're
someone's
you're
child
in
because
public.
you want your
You're
law
in
is
public.
that? We're
There's
in
no
public.
expectation of
It's-
privacy
and you guys
with your
understand.
eyes
I
in public.
understand.
You guys
Do
No,
go
you
to the
don't.
golf course and film the golf
No, you
course?
don't. You don't
The
understand.
golf course doesn't
You have
keep
no
people
idea.
out.
Nobody's
What-
keeping
what
you
is
out.
so-
Nobody's
I don't
keeping you off the
understand
walking
what
path.
the-
This is
You guys go away and just do your
Yeah,
thing.
just do your
Go
thing.
ahead.
We're watching. Just leave us alone. Thank you. Thank you.
They don't like it. I love it.
Thank you.
I'm so glad I'm in costume too.
Yeah.
Hi to the world.
Perfect.
This is a private event,
And
and
it's
you
a
are
public-
harassing our
and
club
it's a
for
public
over
space.
1 year.
Public space. The public
That is
park.
a public walking path. You
It's a
don't see
public
anybody
trail.
else filming their
You
other
don't
people's
have
minors.
legal access to walk people from
This-
here.
This is actually a private event today. If you
Thank
guys
you.
could leave, that would be great.
Okay, so I'm just going to record a little bit of hypocrisy that I see a lot of here. But here's Rochelle Farley talking to Kevin Pointer, who is the Chula Vista's economic department principal here. So he's the one that's crafting all the agreements and stuff. But anyhow, here's Kevin Pointer, who on June 4th, 2023, now this is 4 months or 4.5 months, whatever, before this October 27th show that we're seeing. And Rochelle Farley, Sunnyside Saddle Club, that's Rochelle Farley. She writes, Kevin, as we go down her letter, she says, we are not a private club trying to keep the arena private. And she was telling me, if you just noticed, she was telling me this is private. And she's trying to kick me out because they're having a private event. But she writes, we are not a private club trying to keep the arena private. And then she says, I hope we can get the contract in place next week. I would prefer our statement not to include the fact that we've been trying to get our contract renewed with the city for a year and a half now, and we keep hitting a wall. So a lot of times her club members would come to my page, and Terry Dillon being one of them, saying we've always had a contract. And even the city council staff report on October 17th, 2023, agreement approval facilities use license agreement from the Economic Development Department. In their summary, they even state here, Sunnyside Saddle Club, blah, 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 the city annexed the land, which they didn't. San Diego County actually gave it to them. Although Sunnyside Saddle Club has maintained exclusive use of the facility, which is not true, as we have seen here. This is October 17th, 2023. And Rochelle here in her letter is saying that they have tried for a year and a half to get the contract in place. That means they don't have a contract. They haven't had a contract since June 30th, 2021. So even though they didn't have a contract, Rochelle Farley started locking a public park facility, and that's one of the reasons why they're getting the action from me, pointing out that they don't have a right to do what they're doing. Anyhow, here's Rochelle saying, we are not a private club trying to keep the arena private. But you've seen all the locks, you've seen all the Sunnyside Saddle Club's unofficial signs stating right here, not for general public usage. So when Rochelle Farley says that they are a private club and we need to not be there, I don't know what to say about that.
Taking anything from anyone except for today for 5 hours. And guess what? The morning was amazing till you got here. Now it's an issue. You guys can come in the evening because you come between 6 and 8 p.m. every day. You guys don't come and ride here at this time of day. How is this hurting you? Why do you feel necessary to be down here? Stand there quietly. I have no issue with that. I do have an issue with you filming. So if we can stop filming, we don't have a problem. Is that clear enough there? Can we agree to disagree? It's very adult of you to not answer. You know, I'm kind of surprised that you guys tried to get the attention of the Charos that came by, and they didn't like stop, and they weren't proactive in trying to help you. You know why? Because they come down here during the week, and they use the arena. They cut our locks.
So here's an example of just part of the records for the with workplace violence restraint order. So basically almost a year ago, well, over a year ago, Mexican cowboy cutting side gate. Okay, so the Mexicans aren't helping us? I guess the word charo is the word that was used. And here's their cameras, their footage, there's the speakers, here's the video, and here's our charos that aren't helping us keep this arena open. Oh my God, it's so funny. Good job, Raphael. But it's funny. I never cut a lock, and I'm the one in court, and I'm the one being harassed constantly. I just find that very funny.
Arena. They cut our locks. They cut our chains. Has anybody sued anybody for that? Nope. So why don't you guys just come down in the evenings?
Yeah, my daughter's on there, and I don't want you filming her. So
yeah,
tell me when she's done.
Because you intimidated her.
Tell me when she's done.
Okay, so apparently the left hand and the right hand of Sunnyside Saddle Club are not talking amongst themselves, because this guy has absolutely no clue, apparently, what's going on with the club. And for him to say that, you know, anyone can come down anytime and use this facility when they're not there, they are only using it today for 5 hours. If that's true, why are people having to cut the locks to get in? Why are the police coming every time I get into the arena and they threaten to arrest, detain you, trespass me. He has no clue. That's not an open facility. When he sits there and says that they want everyone to benefit, I mean, seriously, I don't understand what planet these guys are on. And when he mentions the Charos not helping, who do they think Raphael is? It's really funny because there's one department that got lots of Raphael's letters and they said that they were choosing to ignore it. And we keep ignoring it. Should we keep choosing to ignore it because they don't want to get called out? So he's one of their Charos. In fact, Rochelle refers to him as the Mexican lock cutter. So I don't understand this guy's comment, the Charos aren't helping you, but yet they call one of the lock cutters the Mexican lock cutter. Interesting. Look, they're conspiring. I think there's a code about that too. Conspiring. See how she lies though? You've been loud. Really. The loudest person was that woman that came up and told us to stop filming her children. It's ridiculous. And also the cops, they couldn't indicate where the line was. They couldn't tell us and they didn't tell us. They didn't draw the line. They don't know. They didn't know what time the event was over. They said now then that it's they have right to the exclusive use until 10 p.m. Yeah, so yeah, and we never ever, no one ever gets trespassed except for us. We're the only one, so it's kind of like gang stalking. Okay, we're gonna go load.
It's just ridiculous.
It's harassment.
I mean, how are you gonna hurt this place?
We're not. That's the thing. Yeah. That's the thing. It's public park. Yeah, I know. Hey, we'll talk to you later.
Hey, take care. Nice meeting you.
You too. You be good. Yeah, this is bullshit. See, we're getting We're getting. Wait, can you?
You want to pet a horse?
You guys want to pet him? We're just gonna keep the camera running because got the cops sitting here. They always do that. Yep. They're waiting so there's no witnesses. That's what they're doing. Huh. Yep.
That's like 20, that's like 30. This horse is 30. Wow. And that's 29 and he's 83 and
Bye, you guys. Bye. Yeah, so while we have no witnesses, they'll catch us. Here, do you want me to, what do you want to do? Yep, so they got the cops here tonight. Yep, they call the cops, even though the guy yesterday from Sunnyside Saddle Club stated that people can come here and use the arena when they're not using it. They even stated that. Yep. Tyrannical tyrants, land plunderers. Land plunderers, are you? Hey, do you need to tie someone and we'll come back, or here? I'll load him and come back. Okay, so the next day, the day after the October 27th show, where the guy in the green shirt said that, oh, everyone can use the arena. We were there, this Dominguez showed up, Officer Dominguez, for the third time. I've told him about the park intent for the city's municipal codes. I've told him about the agreement that he has failed, obviously, to look at, and he's still acting as Rochelle's private security at the expense of the public. Anyhow, so this exchange is ugly, and part of it's missing because I did call Marco Verdugo, the district attorney, who sat there and actually listened to Dominguez telling me he's going to drag me off to the jail or whatever to fingerprint me. So what's interesting too is the city refuses to give me all the body cams that I have publicly requested for the records request. the FOIA request. First they said I need a subpoena. Then they said I need to send ID, my identification, to them. So anyhow, it just like goes downhill from here, and I'm super heated because the day before you saw only some of the exchange of the day before. It wasn't even the worst of what I showed you. But anyhow, I was tired of a year and 7 months going by that we didn't have any room to allow my horses to run, and our rights were being violated, and so I'm standing on that. But this guy probably gave him some promotion, because that's what they do with tyrants. Anyhow, here you go. This is an ugly exchange. Sorry about the negativity throughout this whole video, but I'm telling you, if we don't stand up and you don't rebut all the presumptions and all the accusations on you, you're part of the problem. Okay, here we go.
Why don't we call Michelle Farley right now?
Go, call her.
And we can ask her,
Call
does
her.
the other person work for you?
Yeah, the other guy in the
Okay.
green shirt, he's a retired cop. He
It doesn't
absolutely.
matter if he's a retired or active
But
officer.
but he said yesterday, he told us we could go in the arena and we wouldn't be bothered.
He's not the one controlling this
Then
place.
ask Michelle Farley, because she was right there. She knew it. She heard us.
Okay, I'm gonna do that
Ask
right
her
now.
why she's doing this.
I'm gonna do that right
Yeah,
now. In the
and
meantime,
please-
you can secure your horse.
And ask her for the name of the man that was in the green shirt with her yesterday. The one that told us, and she was right there, and she didn't say, no, you can't. He told us, he said, people are always coming here when we're not having an event.
So basically, you're following an advice from somebody that
Who was
basically...
right with her, who was representing her,
Okay,
that
I
said,
am gonna call that person. What's the name of the guy?
I don't know, ask her. She'll know. She'll know who he is.
The guy with the green
He's
shirt.
a guy. Daryl, get out your video. Do you have your...
So, as of right now, you have the... Okay.
This is also, it's a public park right here too. You can't keep people from
Ma'am,
moving
you know,
here.
like I told you many times.
You're not following your laws or your codes
You're gonna have
though.
to argue that in court.
Why do I have to go to court when there's
Michelle
codes?
is Officer Dominguez, Chula Vista Police. Stacy is saying that you gave somebody else control of the arena, and that this person, what's his name? You
I
said?
don't know. Rochelle is the guy who was with you yesterday in the green shirt. He's a retired cop. He told us, and we have it on video, that he said to us, we can come and use the arena when you guys don't have an event. That's him saying it right there.
Okay.
Then why did he give us permission? Why did he give us permission then? She never said that. She never said that.
Okay, she also has it on video.
So are you saying Chula Vista doesn't have insurance for everyone in the park?
Okay.
That's right. And do you know what else the contract says?
Michelle, she already admitted to that. She said that somebody else gave her permission. I said that person is not in control of the kennel club.
Ask her who the man in the green shirt is.
So that's all I needed to know. She's asking who the man in the green shirt is.
What's his name? What's his name? Right.
What's his name?
What's his name? Please ask. We were not harassed. Ask her, please, what
They
his
just
name
want to
is.
know what his name is. It's up to you to provide it. Okay.
Oh my God.
I'll
do you
call
have
you
it
back
on
in a
video?
moment. I'll call you back in a moment. Okay. I need to see your ID.
I don't have an ID. Why do I have an ID? I'm at a park. I'm not even driving.
Sir, you know, please do not tell me how to do my job.
No,
She has
he's
to
telling you I'm not driving. I don't have
so
a.
I can give her a citation, okay?
That's it.
I'm gonna give it a citation.
We're
for
in a
trespassing.
park for
And if you-
trespassing in a public park.
Stacy,
It's
if
just
you're not
ridiculous.
able to provide,
with this?
Yeah,
Please,
he'll
please
go.
do-
He'll be there.
Stacy,
He'll
if
be
you're
there.
not able to provide me an ID, I'm gonna have to take you to the station to get booked and
Why?
photos.
Why do I have an ID if I'm not even
It's up to you.
driving?
You're not driving. I'm not asking you for a driver's license. I'm asking you for a
I don't have an
identification
ID.
with
I'm at a
photo.
park. I didn't think I'd be harassed.
Well, you're not being
We're in
harassed.
it. Yes,
you're
I
being
am.
legally detained for the trespassing. Okay?
Which no one else has ever been detained.
I don't see anybody else with horses but the two of you.
Oh my God.
Park's under you.
Such harassment.
So we're gonna use the address for the call. It's gonna be the 602.
4548 Sweetwater Road.
Yeah.
You guys, this is seriously, it's a public
I'm
park.
sorry, but this
No,
is
you're not
me
sorry, because you
taking
know what
action.
also? They have, in their agreement, it
4578.
says that the City of Chula Vista desires to allow the activities, equestrian activities, to its residents. Do you want to see that? Do you want to see that? It's part of the agreement. I have it. I'll have to stop my camera, but I can show you the agreement.
Stacey, you're gonna take that to court, okay?
Why are you violating
It's
the
not
law?
me, the one that needs to see that. It's the courts, because maybe this is gonna be a good thing, because once
It's
and
not
for
a
all,
good thing for me. It's very stressful.
Okay.
It's very stressful
Okay,
to me.
listen.
Right now you're detaining me, right?
I said it's gonna be maybe good, because maybe the courts can get into this situation and they can tell Michelle whether she has control and dominion of this area.
She does not.
Okay? Well,
She does
it's up
not.
to the courts and the city to decide.
What?
Yes, sir.
Call Marco right now,
I did.
please.
He didn't answer. You told her to get, because you told me that she could get a restraining order, which she did.
Yeah, she did.
She got a
One
restraining.
second. You need to give me something.
We have it on video. We have it on video.
Ago, when you told me aside, you said this lady can get a
What's your
restraining
name?
Officer Chinoya.
Chinoya, and what's your badge number?
1511.
Thank you.
You got a
1511.
restraining order in my ear.
Ma'am,
First time
I'm
ever heard
sorry,
of it.
sir. I don't
Yes,
think
you
it
did. We
was
have
me.
that on
Yeah,
video. Yes, it
Would
is.
you show me that video?
No, I'm running my video now for my protection.
So-
You guys have that.
He's
You guys.
recording on your behalf, and I'm also
No,
recording.
I'm recording.
So-
It's okay.
Let me
Hang on.
finish my story.
So,
Okay, go ahead. Go
so
ahead.
if you don't show me the video, I'm gonna call you on that, because I never.
Yes,
why
you-
would I tell you
I have
restraining
no
order?
idea.
You did.
Told me.
You-
I was right
In
here.
fact, Rochelle in court told the court, the judge that you said that.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The police officer
Yes.
told me to get a restraining order. You told me you were suggesting it to her. Then when I go to court, first time I ever saw Rochelle.
Total
she
harassment.
turned the truck away,
Okay.
and she checked the box that I committed violence against her.
Okay.
And the court
Which
documents.
we didn't.
We got served, we had to go, and I wrote 12 pages of reply to the judge. The judge said, I don't see any evidence. Do you have any new evidence?
Of violence.
And she said no, and the
Dismissed
case was dismissed.
She did
And that
not
was 'cause of
allow
you.
her to
That was 'cause
restrain
of you,
us from the
Officer
park.
Dominguez.
That's
You know
the
what?
thing, though. The
I don't
restraining order said you cannot restrain us from the park. That's what she was trying to get, and she did not get it. But
Okay.
here you are.
So here's the thing. Maybe you're confusing me, or unless you show me the video, I will remember.
I'm not confusing you.
I don't recall. Why would I tell you to
I
get a
have no
restraining
idea,
order?
Who
but
knows?
you
But
told us
she
you
did.
didn't.
There's
And the
no
next
legal
thing you know,
basis.
I got
No
something on my
shit.
door for restraining.
There's no legal basis to trespass us from a public park either, sir.
So there's no legal basis for me to tell you get a restraining order.
But you did that though, because I have it on video.
Until
Well,
I see that video.
okay,
I will
we'll
delete
show
it.
you in
Okay.
court.
So the issue is this: she has control of the area that is leased to the Kennel Club. Okay, the Kennel Club only gives permission to certain people to use the facility.
Kennel Club?
And
It's not called kennel.
and if she only has certain
personal.
requirements,
It's personal.
well, I
It
don't
is
know that,
personal.
right?
Yes, you do know that.
My friend.
Ma'am, I don't know you. I don't know her.
Yeah, because people are here in the arena all the time, and there's no one ever
To be
called
honest with
except
you,
for
I
us.
actually used to.
Okay, so what happened in the long run here is I insisted to have a supervisor show up. The supervisor came. I spoke to him for 20 seconds, reminding him I'm a living woman. I have a right to use the public lands. He went and had a little powwow for a couple seconds with these guys, came back and said, okay, you can go. So as we drove our truck away and trying to get out of the park, Rochelle comes with her truck and blocks us and gets out and blocks us with her own body. And so whatever the police came over told her to get out of the way, and we drove off. So that was October 28th. So an interesting thing too that I found, for all you guys who have followed me for the last handful of years, I think a lot of you have perhaps seen my coverage against SDG&E and regarding smart meters, regarding the poisoning of the water in the local reservoir here. Anyhow, I think you've seen a lot of SDG&E and articles, and I know you're not really supposed to say the why behind things, but for instance, right before, when I did these videos, this one about them putting the Dazimet into the utility poles, which one was right on my property, so I told them that they couldn't do that because I didn't want to be poisoned, because I looked into this Dazimet that they're injecting into the poles. This coverage I did here, San Diego Gas and Electric poisons the neighborhood, and was 2 years ago, April 4th. It was published, and it was on or before April 17th when they started locking the facility. So soon after I started posting the things about San Diego Gas and Electric, the locking began. And then when I began posting about all the cell towers literally right on the water tanks, these are in Chula Vista. I posted this one on, what date was it? October 10th, 2023. And this one here is our water being sabotaged with the meters, and showing how they connected all these cells right directly on the water. This is Chula Vista, and I exposed the poisons they were putting in our water, like ferric chloride. And I was just kind of exposing some of these things that were going on in Chula Vista, and I don't think they liked it. And there actually is a connection back with the Sweetwater Valley Civic Association President Judy Tieber, who totally supported the club because she used to be the president of the club, and her connection with Sweetwater Authority. But I posted this on October 16th, 2023. Here she is showing support for Sweetwater Authority's community open house, even though she locked the content to me. But the interesting thing to me, and I was always wondering why Rochelle had such a bee in her bonnet about me, is Rochelle worked for Sempra Energy also. So Sempra Energy happens to be the parent company of SDG&E. So you take the fact that I removed my smart meter, and SDG&E had a real problem with it. In fact, they sent a little rattlesnake my way. And Rochelle Farley just happens to have worked for them. I don't know if she still does. But the dates are super interesting to me, because the day after I posted this is our water being sabotaged, October 16th. Here you have the first agreement written up between the City Council of Chula Vista, the staff report, October 17th. That's just one day after I posted that video. And as I was showing also how the cell towers are on the water tanks, killing the water, and how I showed the flights that were going on over our reservoirs. There's your October 15th flight over our water reservoirs, and showing the connections with American Tower. That's the big cell tower company. And the poisons they were putting in the water, and the connections of all this, and showing some interesting anagrams. I just find that's kind of interesting, because when you ask, do the water authorities in Chula Vista, that's Sweetwater Authority, and SDG&E work together, the answer is yes. Sweetwater Authority, the water provider in parts of Chula Vista, and SDG&E, the local energy utility, have collaborated on projects and programs. And then when I ask, do the city officials of Chula Vista, the water authorities in Chula Vista, Sweetwater Authority, and SDG&E work together, the answer is yes. The city of Chula Vista, Sweetwater Authority, and SDG frequently work together on various projects and initiatives in Chula Vista. So that would be my connection as to why Rochelle Farley targeted me. It seems like she targeted me on behalf of all of them, because I was calling all of them out. Because I was the one in the area that really was using this arena and facility the most. So if they can target me shutting down a park facility that I use the most, not everyone else uses it as much as I did, that would give them a lot of plausible deniability. And they just happened to use their park or their club just as an excuse. The children's club, because they've never done this before, ever. It was unprecedented locking of the facility. And so I was the easy target. I know you're not supposed to, put out the why, but they knew how they could get to me, and they did. And I'm still fighting them, though. And they're going to answer to it. All right, guys. Be good. Sorry about the long video.
Good. So now we're to the police department. Reason we're here. Oh, hello there.
You want to say it?
It's okay for right now. So we got a call. I guess the people that lease out this area, they're part of some type of club and everything like that. We've had a couple calls in the past. I'm not sure if it was you guys, but and basically involving you got some people coming out here. They're not part of the membership, or they don't have the authorization to use this. So
This is a public park, though, right?
well, it is.
Yeah.
But because, and I'll get there in a second.
Okay.
But because this area is typically leased out, right? There's some gray area there. Okay. Just for right now, do you mind if I just get your some identification?
Yes, I do.
No, yeah, we're not. Are we doing something criminal? Because we're in a
Ms.
public
Jed,
park.
I actually spoke to you and advised you,
Yep.
and it was a verbal advisement on video, and I said
Advice.
next time, if you guys are here, you guys are making our job difficult because giving you a citation is technical arrest.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I mean, like.
So,
have you
I mean,
gone
you're
back-
really risking getting taken to jail,
Yeah.
even if it is for a
Have
few
you gone back
hours.
and read the contract? though?
Man, that's not my job. Okay, that's your job. And
Yes, because it is a public park, and if you read the contract, because I think it's really important to know what the contract says, because the contract does say you must follow municipal codes and California codes. And according to municipal codes, if you read that, remember 2.66010,
yeah, we read one already.
right? So it says public park facilities and public parks are supposed to be open for use, full use to the public.
And we debated that, ma'am, and I'm sorry to get to the point. I explained to you, just like the kiosks are there right now, anybody that is not using them with city permit, you can sit down, read a book, or do whatever.
Right,
But if somebody rents it for a party, now it's not open to you. And in this case, this area is being leased to an equestrian club, and if you're not a member of that and you don't have their permission, you don't get to use it. So the only way that we can force you to go to court, on this, is basically it's going to be giving you a citation, and which is an arrest on your record.
Right, so why would you arrest someone for using a
Because
public
you're
facility?
trespassing.
But it's not trespassing because they're
Then you
supposed to
go in
follow
and
law.
argue your case with the judge.
Why aren't you guys approaching the people who have the illegal lease and ask them?
So, ma'am, that's not our job.
It's
Okay.
not our job.
But then why is this your
Our job is because we are here to enforce what the property
municipal
rights.
code. No, the municipal code.
Ma'am,
The
I
code.
understand where you're coming from, but they pay X amount of dollars a month.
$50 a year.
And that's a lease. That is a lease. It doesn't matter how much money it is. Now, what we can do here, right, is we can either cite you guys, which is technically an arrest. I'm not trying to make this more difficult than it is, and I would appreciate if you guys did the same with us, okay? What I need to do for right now is, since you guys are technically breaking the law, this is a detainment. You guys are legally...
Am I in the arena?
Sir, because you are here with them and you are you are associated with the vehicle.
So this part is leased by them
Sir?
as well?
This isn't leased by them.
Okay, well then, ma'am, I need your identification.
The issue is you keep doing this. It's my second time talking to you.
Not because I have
Okay?
horses I need to
Maybe my
maintain.
partner is the first time he talks to you, but I know the other officer that was here with me, Officer Glenn. She's off today, but if she's here tomorrow and you guys are here, you basically are pushing the limits, And so we don't appreciate that, because at some point we as officers have discretion when to just give you advisement or when to arrest you.
Right, so don't you think like the discretion of a public park and a public park facility should be open to the public as your municipal codes do
Ma'am,
say?
that is not for us to decide, okay? Our job is to enforce the law, and like my
Right,
partner
exactly,
said,
enforce
we
the
have
law.
discretion. So right now,
Okay.
I'm using that
Okay, I
discretion.
know, thank you.
So what I need from you is I need your name and date of birth.
I'm not doing
Ma'am?
that. You're going to have to ticket me then.
Ma'am, I need your name and date of birth.
I'm not giving you my name or my date of birth, but you can ticket
Ma'am,
me.
you legally have to identify yourself to law enforcement. This is a detainment. All right, not an arrest. This is a detainment. Okay, you
well,
are
the
detained.
last time they were here, they actually didn't.
They didn't get your name? Well, this is why we're doing it now,
but
because
you actually didn't. In fact, when you actually made the comment that you didn't believe that owner, Michelle Farley, who put up she actually made a false accusation of me cutting the locks.
and ma'am, that's not for me to decide, okay? But right now we are here. I need your name and your date of birth, please.
So you just need to ticket me then.
Well,
Just
part of a
ticket me.
ticket is that I need your name and date of birth.
You know what happens, Ms. Jed, when
Yeah, you
we
guys
detain
force through
when we
force,
detain
try to
people with
force.
children, you know, children end up in Polinsky Center. When we end up with people with dogs, they end up at the animal shelter.
Fine, he can take the dog.
Okay, if this is if his horse, is this his horse?
It's my horse.
It's your horse. So we can't allow that to happen. So we'll allow animal control to come out and take the horse if you don't want to cooperate with us.
Okay, but you cannot. So you're saying in the public park, with this public park facility, you're not letting a member of the public use the park when it's not even in use, no one else is using it, and it's to sit here idle for 365 days to the public.
If that is the case, you need to become part.
But that's
Ma'am,
not your
I'm going off of
municipal
the facts
code.
given to me. Okay.
What are your facts? What
My
are your
facts is that someone leases this area.
Okay.
There is a club. There is a president of that club that they have called on multiple occasions
Mm-hmm.
now of people coming into their arena that are not part of the club.
understand.
Okay.
I
So
understand.
the purpose now.
Okay.
Ma'am, listen. Let me finish. I'm doing you a favor,
okay.
and I'm trying to get your name and your date of birth.
Okay, so this was a public park that is stated by the city deputy manager when the arena is not programmed or, reserved. It is open for the public to use. We were there during park hours. There were no official signs posted. In fact, this unofficial sign wasn't even posted. And we were in a public park, acting peacefully, and even their own agreement states that licensees shall not use or permit any use of the facility in any manner which disturbs the use and quiet enjoyment by including members of the public making use of the facility, which we were. So these police, even though, because California has no stop identify statute, therefore, in the words of the Supreme Court, has not created a legal obligation requiring a suspect to answer questions. You cannot be arrested for failing to provide identification when detained by a police officer. The Office of the AG publishes the California Peace Officer Legal Source Book, CPOLS, states the United States Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit has ruled that a suspect's failure to identify himself cannot on its own justify an arrest. The use of Section 148 to arrest a person for refusing to identify herself during a lawful, this is unlawful stop, so even during a lawful stop, violates the Fourth Amendment's proscription against unreasonable searches and seizures. Always stepping over the line under the color of law.
Because from here on out, if we come back out here and we identify you like we're going to here shortly, you guys will be arrested.
Okay, but I'm saying though,
Okay.
when you are talking the fact that they have a contract is what you're saying, and that is why you are here, supposedly identifying me and ticketing me and trespassing me because they have a contract, right?
Ma'am, no one said anything about a ticket here.
Okay, but just
You're the one saying
I'm
the ticket.
detained, though. You're going off the fact that they have a contract though, and in that contract it states they must follow the law. And the law is to allow people to use public park facilities. It's also the municipal code. So why are you willing? Personally, you guys are going to be, if you're detaining me and stuff, you are personally making yourself, targets for a lawsuit. And I beg you not do that, because that's what I wrote them a letter about today. Because
Well, ma'am,
they are being illegal.
I need to identify you. So
So you guys are setting yourself up for a lawsuit personally. I'm just letting you know that, and it's really sad that you're getting involved with their BS. It's unlawful.
I just have to say, that officers, as long as we're complying with the request of the public, and I know you're part of the
I
public.
am the public.
You're part of it.
I am part
But
of
the
the
issue
public.
is, as long as we, do our job in good faith, we have qualified witnesses.
That's being stated in court, just so that you guys know.
Okay. Ma'am, what is your date of birth?
So now is this age discrimination?
No, ma'am. This is not age discrimination at all. I need your date of birth.
That's the way we can find your record with the DMV.
I don't have a record.
That's okay.
Your driver's license record.
I don't have a record.
Ma'am, it's what my partner means is that part of the identification process here is we need your full name because a lot of people have the same names, believe it or not.
Okay, I'm telling you guys, I'm just giving you one last chance before you personally
Ma'am,
sue.
I need your date of birth.
And I didn't mean criminal record, it just said
No, it's a
record with
record.
the DMV.
I don't have a record with the DMV.
Doing the right thing, but you know, with
First
your
name,
name and
Sam,
birthday,
Tom, Adam,
we can
Charles,
find
Yellow,
your
last name,
information.
John, Edward. Okay. So, ma'am,
You guys are just being, it's really strange that you're willing to uphold someone to monopolize a public park facility.
Ma'am.
And you really have not looked at the contract. You're only going by one part of the contract. You're not going or paying attention to the fact that it says they have to follow
so
the
ma'am,
law.
and that is something that you will have to take up with the lease owner, with the leaseholder.
I have, but they don't answer to anything. They don't answer.
Well, something like that would have to be dealt with in civil
Okay,
court.
so you're going to give me the money to do that?
I'm not going to give you the money to do that, ma'am. That is on your dime, okay?
Yeah, why? If you already have laws and codes in order, in place, why don't you guys follow them? Why aren't you following the law and the codes? And why do I have to go push to another level for people to follow the law?
Ma'am, civil law, you know, police officers don't deal with civil law.
Well,
We
then
can
why are you
enforce-
here?
We can, because 602 is a penal code violation, which is a crime, not a civil.
And so is 3495, where you have the law, you have the right to abate a public nuisance, and this is a public nuisance. They're blocking access to a public facility. That is a public nuisance.
But once you find out the origins of that public nuisance, it becomes a civil law. And you have to go to court for that, I'm telling you. Or at least go to City Hall, you know, the meetings are open to the public.
Right, but it's not the city council, it's council, I told you, the city council, 5-hour meetings, so they don't even give the public an opportunity.
They're actually open, ma'am, you know.
No,
and
they weren't, they canceled 5 times.
I don't know what dates you're citing, but I know.
I'm citing since the last time they contracted to start locking this facility, they have only had it, they didn't even give the public notice that they're going to be doing the contract. It's really not fair, you guys.
Ma'am, so you have not made this the easiest
I
encounter
know, I'm
here,
sorry, but
okay?
it's very intrusive
But
that you guys are doing this.
We're not being intrusive.
Yes, you are,
Ma'am,
but to me you
now
are.
look.
It's very stressful.
I'm going to give you one chance here. And
I'll leave right now. I'm
Okay.
sitting here trying to be respectful to you, though, because I would have been out of here. So do you want me to leave? Because I will leave.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Look, I'm well within my right here to cite you and arrest you for trespassing. But
So
I'm gonna give you,
okay,
ma'am,
fine.
stop. I was
Where's
talking.
the sign?
I'm gonna give you one last chance to get your horse,
I
get in
will.
your
I'll
vehicle,
leave right now.
and leave the property. And from here on out, unless you get in contact with the lease owner,
But I don't have to leave the park.
And
Like,
you-
this is the only one that has, they only have their thing here, right?
City council meetings on
Right.
the 2nd of July, the next one is on the 9th of July, okay? This is in the city calendar.
Okay, so look at all the ones that they've canceled, though, just to
Ma'am,
let you know.
We're not gonna be able to go back in the past, right?
You can go back and see that they've canceled the meetings. You actually can do that.
You had one on the 2nd, which was 2 days ago, and there's one coming up on the 9th. If you don't go, then that's on you.
Okay, so why does someone have to physically go to a city council?
So
when
you
they-
can let your
So you can be targeted?
concerns known, because the letters that you might be sending, they might not be ending up in the right
No,
office.
they are. They absolutely are.
How do you know that? They haven't even answered you.
They have. I told you the other day that they only said that they've received. They are in receipt of my emails, but they're not. They're
All I
not.
can tell you, there's a meeting coming up, and that will be your opportunity to go.
There, then.
Okay, and just to kick this off and finish it up with a little cherry on top, here is today, July 18th. I've been working on this video way too long. This is from one of the Mexican lock cutter. So it says, "Hey Stacy, sorry for late, whatever, response, I guess. I was at my sister's house last night and Marco was there." That's nephew-in-law, I guess. Marco Verdugo, the city's district attorney. He asked me how we're all doing with the horses, but Arena, and I told him all is great now. And he made the comment that John McCann, that's John McCann, the city's mayor, and Terry Dillon, you guys have all seen her, are really good friends. I did tell him no wonder you guys were giving us a hard time, and we both started laughing. Now, that might be funny for him, but it's not for me. And, you know, I had 7 horses to maintain, and I couldn't do it all by myself, and the Arena was a very, very vital tool for me. And in fact, it was this mare, my mare True, I don't know why this isn't focusing, that I could do anything bareback and bridleless with her out in public. She, for the last 6 months of her life, had to sit in the stall and not be able to run because Rochelle Farley and the city thought that it was okay to not allow horses in the arena, or, you know, to run freely. This mare, she didn't deserve to not have somewhere to run. And since I had had a back injury at the time, I couldn't really ride, and I couldn't get hurt because my husband had broken his femur. And if I got hurt riding horses that hadn't been able to run and just expend their energy, and I'm hurt, I couldn't take care of him. So the Arena was my only way to deal with 6 or 7. I had 7 horses at the time until True died. So just the treatment of my horses and not being able to let them run was very stressful to me and highly unfair. All right, that's it, you guys.